roll the window down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. I'm living in a blinded town, am I running out of time? Feel like a drug when I'm talking to you. Slow trip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat, I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. It's way too soon to be calling, baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving head first, don't save me. Is there something I can say? Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? To make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Men Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Men Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
No cap.
just in case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Man Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Men Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Men Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
Hey, he should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on the
Come on
panel.
up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
No,
indentured servitude?
that's my dog. Those are for minutes. Those are definitely for minutes.
No, don't influence him. He can
No,
make
that's
his
my
decision.
partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? I appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. Y'all can see that. That's the name of his channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. That's I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He could have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate you, Grown Man Talking.
It's your boy GMT. This time we're doing it big. Dating is hard, and lately it's been like a cat and mouse game. And dating with intentions has almost become non-existent.
Here's where we come in. Hi, I'm Dion. The dating scene has become dry and swiping left has become irritating. Are you ready to find the love of your life?
Welcome to Meet to Marry.
What is going on? What is going on, YouTube? We are live. We are live. We are back in the building. And shout outs to y'all. Hold up. I don't want to mess this up like I've been doing lately. So here we go. Shout outs to y'all. All right. I promise you, I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to move. Where's Six at? He was just here. Oh, look, something happened to his connection. I'm gonna move Six by me because I know last time Kit got mad. She said she don't want the men. She want the men on the one side of the panel, and she want the women on the other side of the panel. So there we go. All right, let's get this thing going. As you can see, we have the lovely Candace in the building. Shout out to Candace. What up, Candy? All right, we got Kit in the building. Where Kit at? Kit, you still eating that sandwich? There she go. What up, Kit?
I was eating too, girl.
Had to bust down that sandwich real quick.
Look, slappity.
Slapping good. And we have the lovely Uma in the building. Shout outs, Uma. What it do?
So excited to be here. Excited to get into it. Let's do it.
It's gonna be a good show. And then, as we can see, we got my Mr. Six in the building. Last time he was dropping some bombs. Shout outs to you, fam. What it do?
What's up, brother? Hello, ladies. Hello. I'm looking forward to tonight's stream.
It's gonna be a good one.
Thank you for showing some respect on my placements. I appreciate that.
I have to respect your placements. I know you want the men on one side. You said it's too much testosterone on throughout the panel. So yeah, I get it. This is ladies' night. So we gonna separate it, all right? I got you. All right, and we got the lovely Tia in the building. Shout outs to you. What it do?
Hello.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And happy birthday. Happy
Birthday to you.
Nah, that's what's up. What did you do for your birthday? Where'd you go? You went to any special places?
Goodness. It was just me and my boo. He made me feel like I was Emily in Paris. So it was really dope. It was really nice. And I dressed up, and the pictures, the food, Southern pecan in the South End.
Okay.
And the putt up there by the Velvet Taco in the South Boulevard area.
Pottery.
Yeah, Pottery. So it was super cute. Beyonce playlist.
Come on now.
Drink, breakfast and snacks all day, and lipstick.
I support that behavior.
Listen, happy birthday, man. Special shout outs to you for your birthday.
I'm still in my 30s. I look good.
You look good. You in your 30s. You look like you in your 20s. I wouldn't be able to tell. Shout outs to you. All right. So, and last but not least, we have the lovely Shantae in the building. Shout out to you. What up?
Now, if you come in here next week and your hair is different, we soul sisters.
Gotta change it up. Gotta switch it up.
You already know.
That's what's up. We should have some more people coming on the panel. I'm guessing they may be running a little late today. But that's okay. I understand everybody's doing their thing and they try their best to make it to us this time, Tuesday night after work. So shout outs to everybody that's currently here. Shout out to everyone that is watching. I'm going to give a special shout out to the people that's here early. We have Shamika in the comment section. Shout out Shamika. David. Who else? Pelham is in the building. Denise is in the building. And we have people watching. Do me a favor, everyone. Hit the like button. One that I haven't seen in a hot minute. My man Rafi is in the building. Shout outs to you. I ain't see you here in a minute, fam. Big ups, man. All right. So, all right, we're going to get this show started. 6. Rafi said, what up, what up? So, you on mute, my guy. Thank you. Yeah, you on mute. You on mute.
What up,
There you
Rafi?
go. So, we're going to get this show started. All right. Oh, hold up. We got some more people here early. Afro Latino is in the building. She says, I'm here for the rich black men only.
He said, come through.
He said,
You say he said?
Yeah,
he
Latino.
said,
Put it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault. He said. My bad. All right. Well, come at me, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's get this show started. So before we get into the main topic, right? I have a topic. I wanted to play this real quick. I know I've been starting out with questionnaires lately, but I want to play this, and I want to know what y'all think. I have some thoughts on it.
I notice y'all, and let me tell you, I don't know if anybody else think like this, but listen to this here. A lot of people, they say they think when they get older, they're going to be settling down and things going to be wonderful. They're going to be peaceful. But let me tell y'all this here. This must be a new day, because guess what, y'all? People my age are still trying to make it. They still trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet. A lot of people still got their own homes, but they got to worry about the taxes. Some older people, they got to worry about how they're going to pay their utility bills. Some of those Social Security checks ain't enough. And a lot of times people really think that when I get older, when I get Social Security, when I be able to do it, you better get yourself together now for when you get older. Because people think that when they get old, y'all just don't have no idea. The young people don't have no idea. They think that when they get older, they're going to be settling down. And look, I know people that people still, I know a woman right now, y'all, in her 70s, still trying to find love. Still trying to find somebody to say, baby, I love you. In her 70s, y'all. That's why I said, I can't do all that, y'all. I can't be worrying about finding somebody that love me at my age, y'all. Nope. That's why I be saying, y'all, you got to get your life together now for when you get older. Figure out some kind of plan, y'all, that y'all can do when you get older, that you won't have to go through a lot of struggles that a lot of older people are going through.
All right, so y'all know me. Everyone that knows me know why I played that. Because I'm all about getting into our relationships early and not waiting until we hit her age to finally say, where's the love at? Where are all the good men and where are all the good women, right? And I'm me doing this dating show, and I'm not putting anyone on blast at all. But I do have an influx of women her age looking for men. And it's, to me, kind of sad, right? Because I have a hard time finding men for women that age. So anyone can get into this. What do y'all feel about, making sure you solidify the steps that's needed to lock down a relationship early and truly make it last? Or do you feel as if you have time? Let's talk about time. I'm with y'all. Let's go.
I might be the oldest on the panel.
No, we the same age.
Yeah, we are. Okay, yeah. So I don't have time. I was already married for 23 years. I already gave myself. Now I probably have the name, she's a runner, she's a track star, because soon as one of my non-negotiables are not met, I'm done. I don't care if it's 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. As soon as my non-negotiable is not met and we've gone through the steps, I'm done. And I'm not trying to hold on to you just to have somebody to hold on to. I got things to do. I have to rebuild a life. So yeah, no.
So let me ask you a question on that, on what you just said. Your non-negotiables, you're done. What's a not? Give me one non-negotiable.
They gotta believe in God. Like he has to be number one. I don't care what kind of life you are living. You have to believe in God. You have to read your Bible, because that's gonna be the thing that is our tiebreaker. When I think I'm right, you think you right. Our tiebreaker is the Bible, is God, is prayer. So if you don't do that, we're set up for disappointment. So yeah, that's one of my non-negotiables.
Okay. Before we move on, I got a super chat. I got a super chat from my man, Blockchain. Shout out to Blockchain says He says with the $9.99 super chat, he says, big up GMT in the panel. It's some real heavyweights here tonight. Yo, listen, I know I have the All-Star Tuesday panel. This is why I'm trying to solidify this panel every Tuesday. But I know I have to. What I want to do is the people that's here now, we can make them regulars, right? And then what we could do is start to trickle in people as guests. So with that being said, thank you, my guy, for the $9.90. Let's round it up. $10 super chat. Shout out to you. All right. So, all right. You're non-negotiable, believe in God. I understand that. So that should right away. Like you would know if a man believes in God. I'm sure you ask those questions almost immediately at the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah,
Beginning of meeting each other.
if a man gets that close to me for us to have a conversation on that level, I already know that he believes in God, at least on a basic level, and he already knows that I do as well. Now, the more talking is going to reveal the other things. But at that point, yeah, really early, because it's a non-negotiable.
Okay. All right. Give me one more if you don't mind me asking.
Someone that I can't stand someone who does not have full control over their emotions. So that if I see that you respond in a childlike way, before I get with you or while we're together, that's going to be an issue for me because I'm a victim of domestic violence, and that's usually what the birth of it is. DV, my bad. Okay. So I'm a victim of DV. So as soon as someone cannot maintain control of their emotions, that's a no-go for me.
Okay. I mean, no, I'm with that, and I could totally understand that. That's something that you kind of find later on in the relationship.
Exactly.
So shout out to my man Quint. Quint is in the building, and my man Wall Street is in the building. Shout outs to y'all. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue the topic. What's up? Let's talk about it, y'all. How do y'all feel about what the older lady said?
You sound like my auntie that I could talk to. She's just like, girl, don't do this, don't do that, and be like this and be like that. You sound like my auntie. And back in the day, I was on tune those type of conversations out. Now that I'm older and I'm in a relationship, or I could relate to seeking in one. And a lot of times, I'm the type of person where talk about how are you holding your actions in a relationship. You could blame the guy, or you could blame the situation about, oh, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that. And I was one of those females. So I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what? I got to change the way that I look, the way that I talk, the way that I address things, and just hold myself accountable across the board. It's not just for a relationship standpoint. It's just overall of the being that I am. And I got so sick and tired of being in that pool of women that's like, oh, no, nobody ain't got nobody. Or I was like, you know what, forget it, ain't gonna be nobody. But as soon as I say, I don't want to be with somebody, here comes somebody's like, I've been feeling you. I'm like, damn. I'm like,
come on now.
So, most importantly, of the healing journey, I know that's been like a really popular thing. I don't just say it; it's just like part of me. Healing always gonna be part of me. My Facebook is ASO, so that's Greek as healing. Healing my life. So as I speak things into my life, I project that. So I start to meet the people that's in that, but I gotta be careful because some people will say it just to say it, but not really walk that life of, oh, I'm really healing. You actually put in the work, or you sound like your therapist. Are you putting in the work of the therapist, or are you just saying that because you just want to be popular demand? So I don't want to wait. I didn't want to wait till I was like 75. I'm in my 30s, and I believe in the 30s, you should know better. In your 40s, you should be able to enjoy yourself. In your 50s and go on, you should be like cloud 9. That's how I feel about it. And there's always going to be lessons as you go on. But I just wish that everybody would find that happiness. But most importantly, hold yourself accountable of the actions that you put out there. Literally.
Yeah.
On both sides.
So quick question. I like that you said 30, you should know better, right? What's an appropriate age for a woman to truly start to look to settle down in a relationship?
About 25, 30, because they say the human brain don't develop until you're 25. So about 25 and up. I was a late bloomer because I was set in my ways. I came from a traditional family. I looked at marriages that was 25 years, high school sweethearts, and I seen like a couple of divorces, but it was about we're sticking together. I didn't see the drama, but I know it was there. But I said about 25 and up for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you, but how do y'all ladies feel about that? The rest of the ladies on the panel. Okay, y'all.
As in the
All
age
right.
or the lady? As in the age
Well,
of the
well, as far as the age, 25. Do you feel like that's a good age for a woman to start looking for a serious relationship, to
I would
settle
say
down in life?
probably 5 to 10 years ago, yes, but right now I don't believe 25-year-olds are mature enough for a marriage.
I
I got
concur.
married young, but right now, seeing these young ones, I don't think they're ready for marriage at 25.
Why is that? Why do you see? What do you see that makes you say that?
This generation is just it's different. It's most definitely different. They're not mature enough. They don't think things through. They run their mouth very fast, not considerate, and that's just for the young ones. For the old
Entitled.
ones, they act like they're young.
Okay,
It
okay.
just varies.
You think it's the majority of young people that act like that, or you think it's a few?
Majority.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. Okay.
And I
Unless
think
they
that
have kids, that knocked down some of the percentage. Because I had my daughter in my 20s, so I was mature. I was like ready, So I believe it depends on if they have kids or not. They're ready to settle down or not.
Right.
it, but so I with her, I agree as far as it does matter. That does afford you some amount of maturity, but with this generation, back then
Yeah.
it would have in a
Yeah.
greater way.
Right.
But with this generation, all they have is toys that they're responsible for that they dump off on somebody or they use as a pawn because they got an attitude with their baby daddy.
Right.
They're not, and they're not even finished being hurt from childhood to start healing their adult person. So I
Right.
don't think that I think that they can look towards positioning themselves for marriage and keep an eye out on the things that they like and the things that they don't like. But to seriously consider, okay, I'm gonna get married right now in this generation, I don't think so.
Like someone in the comments, Shamika said something about money and BBLs. I think that is their focus nowadays, being 25. What's popping on IG, what's, trending on TikTok. They want what's trending.
I had my aunt tell me, my great aunt, she was just like, why do you have a baby by yourself? I was in my 20s. She said, why do you have a baby by yourself? You should be married. That was my wake up call. I was in my 20s. And I'll never forget that bathroom conversation, door shut. Why are you pregnant by yourself? Baby in my belly. And that was my wake up call. And I have one kid. So me going with that traditional, talk, I scare a lot of men away because they wasn't ready to submit. Plus I had a child with me. So at the age of 25 for a male, they're just like, no, they want to college. I'm too early on with the kid. So I had to respect that, that era in my life. I was bummed out, but I patiently waited. So in my 30s, because I know better, now it's like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and pursue.
So, what do y'all think is causing the decline? Do y'all feel as if it's media,
social media, and influences? Is all about the family, because sometimes people in their 30s and 40s, they not good representatives to these people, to these individuals. They're lacking. I have my little cousins look up to me. I have my family members. My daughter looks up to me. And I had to tune out. I'm like, yes, I know I've been your age before, but this is your moment to be who you are. But I still protect you so that you won't fall into statistic because I know better.
That's good.
But there's no good role models. Not a lot.
You gonna say
So yeah, man, I think the role models are us. The millennials, it's our turn. We do a lot of talking and we do a lot of complaining and excuse making, but technically the batons have been handed to the 35 to 45s. And the fact that we are in control of whether or not these kids have guidance, these kids have understanding, these kids have examples. We lead by example if we can't reach them, right? And a lot of us don't. So when we look at what most people are dealing with in their dating lives, you just played a video. You know, I sent you one on IG not just a minute ago. I was watching one earlier today, and it's crazy how a young lady walked up on a panel of people and asked the question, "Hey, I've been married for 35 years. What do I do now?" You know, and it's just crazy that you put yourself in a position to want to come back out to dating, and she's just ready to let loose, while other people are saying it's not possible to find love and go 20, 30, 40 years. It is. I think people have to have the determination to want to do it. And a lot of people, I'm a runner, I'm a track star. Everybody, it's not just women. He's a runner, she's a runner. Nobody wants to commit.
Right. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And I did see that video that you sent me. It was an older woman on tonight's conversation. And I should play it for y'all because y'all gonna play it. Hold
Play
on.
that video, brother. Play that video.
Keep the conversation going. I'm gonna play this for y'all. Y'all gonna be like, what the French? So, hold on, I got you. What's up, kid? Go ahead, you got it.
So it's hard to be, because I'm going off of what the 6-footer said, right? It's super
6-footer.
It's super hard. I mean, I'm not gonna keep saying 6'6". We're gonna shorten that shit up. So the issue is that he said that we're the influencers, right? We're the ones that has the baton to teach. How do you teach people who see you as competition versus how do you teach people who see you as a unfounded threat or lack thereof, when we're supposed to be the ones that they come to us, that they learn from? Look, it's hard for me to find. I look, y'all know I say art daddies, holla at the girl, okay? You got an art card and we can get them good old benefits and discounts Monday through Sunday. That's my kind of thing, right? But you know what the problem is? I'm Benjamin Button, as a lot of us in our later times, so we look younger. And then you young snappers of wit want to be my friend. And it's like, but I want to be your daddy friend. So how do we make that happen? So again, these young women see us, and instead of looking at us as the guidance, instead of looking at us as women who have not only been here and done that, got the t-shirt, could actually give them game on how they don't have to go there, do it, and be given some consolation prize as the t-shirt. They would rather tell us that we're jealous and we're just this, that, and third, when we ain't thought 1, 2 red or blue shoe about these kids. But if they wanted us to do this thing, we absolutely would. But you can't educate those who already know everything, and then people who are educated.
But let me ask you a question, kid. What if it's the teacher? What if the teacher's the problem?
So here's the thing. Then that means that you went to the wrong place to get educated. Not everybody is meant to be an educator. That's why everybody is not a teacher. That's why
you gotta learn how to decipher.
Some people, I don't know, and call me crazy, but some of them just are shitty at giving advice and don't really do it in a way that's serving the other person, not where it's this reflection back, where it's like, oh, look at how good I look. But no, did you get the knowledge and teachings that you need so that when somebody's raggedy, dusty smelling son come with his semiaki, whatever bullshit he putting on, trying to talk to you,
you on one.
Are you over here making sure that hey, you got the knowledge to let him know what your standards are, what your non-negotiables are, what you're willing and won't accept, and stand 10 toes down on that. They don't want that from us because we the old aunties that's just jealous because we want these skinny jean wearing Negroes.
Well, here's the thing, right? So okay, y'all know I talk to a lot of women. I talk to a lot of men, I talk to a lot of women. And I talk to women in different age brackets as well. And the one thing that you said, they say, They say they feel as if the older women feel as if they're their competition. You hear it all the time. I could date them. I'm old enough to date the mommy, the son, the father, the son, and the holy damn spirit. Right?
But the
So
Holy Trinity, what does that have to do with being competition? Like there's only one, there's only one 22-year-old out.
But can I explain it to you? Can I explain it to you?
I mean,
why did your voice crack? Why did your voice just crack?
Who, mine or kid?
You said, can I explain it to you? Can I explain it to
I'm
you?
saying, I'm like, yo,
Need some
her
slide
play
with
be up in
your
the air for like 10 hours. I'm trying to get 2 minutes.
But
and
guess
I can't
what?
even get my 2 minutes.
But you want to know something? My plane was in Dubai while yours is over here at Spirit.
No, that bullshit Spirit plane you flying makes no sense. I see that yellow jet in the sky all the time.
The big bus in the sky, yo.
I just want to say,
blunt.
kid, I just got your book. I saw it come in through the email. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna cook from it on Sunday because you own it tonight.
Yeah, you got a book?
I do have a book. It's in my bio. It says get the book here.
Oh yes, I'm getting it. Kid, I got some advice from you back in the day.
You know what you need to do? Put some of that bullshit you saying in the book because it can make sense.
I'm about to get Kid her flowers. I'm about to get Kid her flowers. I got some advice from Kid a long time ago. I got some advice from Kid from a long time ago, and it still resonates in me. And I listen to her. I can relate to what she's saying about going to women in all ages, and them like, what are you talking about? And they do be put a little stank on it where they be have a little, like over reading it, but you got to learn how to decipher where you get your information from. And I could say, Kit, giving her flowers tonight, she has definitely resonated some things in me, and I'm like, you know what? She's very soft spoken. There's some things like, and I respect her, totally. We may not hang out all the time. I may not go to parties with her all the time. I would love to, I'm inviting myself again, Kit. But I could call her, but Kit, she's approachable to me where I can call her or text her out of the blue, and Kit's gonna give it to me some way somehow. So
same with me. But on these damn panels, that yellow jet don't never want to land. So let me,
all these
you
things.
gonna let me talk? You gonna let me talk?
Let
me
talk
a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As I was saying, there's a lot of younger women that you talk to that say as if older women feel as if they need to be their competition, and that's where what you're saying comes null and void, because they don't want to listen to y'all, because they feel as if the same young men that they want, you want.
Okay, I think what that is the way you said that, it's different. Same concept, but different.
Mm-hmm.
They are not confident in themselves to get the men in their age bracket or whatever that they want, because those men are looking for more mature women. So they frame it as, oh, I don't talk to them because they want our men. No, we just are able to get your men. We don't want them.
Here's the thing. The ability to do and the act of want are not synonymous. So just because we have the ability to do doesn't mean that we're out here attempting to do. And unfortunately, they're looking at us all sideways and crazy for whatever reason. Like, again, if y'all look, you 25 boppers, y'all want this good old knowledge, hit Mingo up or GMT, hit me up, let me know. I will absolutely give it to y'all, and anybody who knows, I'll give it to you raw and real. But I don't have time to pussyfoot around. Oh, did I hurt your delicate? I'm so ratchet feelings. Like 1 minute they so about it, y'all can get anything, and the next minute, oh, but y'all are just in competition taking our men. Like
the comments. Wait, the comments. No two queen. I can't say. I'm sorry if I butchered it. She said y'all had y'all day. Lead the rest of us. I hear you.
Listen, I think the issue is like the fact that why are these women at your daughter's ages and your son's ages your competition? Because why would they want to ask you anything when double their age you don't have a man? Double their age you can't keep a man. Double their age they got the man you want. Double their age that deacon, that senior, that ARP card holder is paying for her trip to Dubai. Is paying for her OnlyFans subscription. So I'm just trying to figure out. These young ladies have figured the game out. they've understood that at their young ages, when they're so young at 25 and ratchet at 30, that they gonna milk these pockets from these older men who like to play with a young tender thing. And these younger men who are trying to take these older women, learn something from that taste because they tired of the ratchets, they tired of paying for the transactional situations. We can't get no play because you so young, you a Tina Bopper. But we the best thing for you. If you're such an accentuator, you should see the potential and help me get to that full potential. But most women are so busy trying to get a man who's stuck in his ways and want to take his hard-earned money that he finally got at 45, 50, 60, and he want to give it to that young thing. So I don't see why any of the young women would come asking any older women anything when they figured the game out. They took the feminist movement and are empowered by it and are winning right now. They may not have the long-term relationships, but when it comes to, when she's talking about bag, that older lady you played in that video, how her light bill she worried about, her rent she worried. No, these ladies is taking trips. These ladies got all them Cuban links. I'm just saying.
So clearly,
It was
you've
right
never
there in my face,
heard-
baby. I'm
so
sorry.
clearly,
I'm
you've
sorry.
never
It's right
heard
there in
of
my
like
face.
the older women that go.
Your name should
to-
not be 6 foot. Your name should be Pastor. Okay.
No, his name should be. Never mind. For one,
I love you, kid.
so it's always love. But so basically, y'all is saying that y'all are okay with being used by younger women, which is why you wind up acting like chill when you get older and need a hug, because then you have problems.
Leave chill out of this. Chill ain't on the panel.
Hey,
Oh, man.
shout out to
You
my
know I'm
chill.
not
You know
gonna
I
get
love you.
into this.
You know I just told you 2 days ago that you need a hug, and you know I love you. So relax. But again, like it's kind of like, so basically, as long as she's young and you know she could dance around, even though, shout out to my niece who both are like Megan. Now, because you over here, so it's basically y'all okay with being used with a younger woman because yeah, they might not have long relationships, but then aren't you all the ones that start complaining and then becoming incels and men going their own way and passport bros because now you got all these women basically playing y'all for your pockets because y'all want them all young and whatnot. Like, I mean, we can do this all day.
It's their fantasy. It's their fantasy. They fulfilling their fantasy. But when they really get that young woman, it's a lot of hard work mentally.
But here's the thing: you fulfilling your fantasy, and then want to come and spew bullshit back into women's faces that ain't had nothing to do with your fantasies. Y'all gotta think of it right.
But
Either
the same way,
with your fantasies.
Make no cornbread.
The same way women are spewing
Want to cornbread
bullshit.
it back? Come on.
Okay.
I brought my chicken good
Yo,
the first
look,
time. I ain't got to go back.
Live and die with your fantasy, and don't come back later hollering about how you got used and abused, or you
hold
gonna
on for a
realize
minute.
And y'all women are doing the
Hold on,
same
hold on.
thing.
This is
They
what I'm saying.
always
Listen,
circle
how are we
I
being
am the
used by
fantasy,
young?
so I ain't living
Hold on, kid.
Baby, I'm enjoying.
How are being you? How are we being used by younger women? We're not. The only time you see a man get used by a younger woman is the moment he decides to put a baby in her recklessly. We're not talking about these NBA players and these football players. Those are only 1%, less than 1%. Listen, what I'm saying is those are less than 1% of the population, right? We're not talking about the average person. The average man out here that has his wits about him, as you can see, the birth rates are declining. Men are not jumping at women like they used to. Men are wisening up to the games as well. So
Nothing's left to the fantasy anymore because everything exposed. You have your what you call that website that everybody be on. What is it called, Kit? You got your little platform on. What is it called?
Which one?
What's it called?
Like what?
OnlyFans. You got OnlyFans. Sorry about it. I'm getting older, okay? You have your OnlyFans, you have your TikTok, and then you have your other platform. All these social media platforms, nothing is left for discreet. Even now, I'll show you. I've seen it. Everything with a happy face on it. When you click on it, something in there. Look here now. So there's nothing left for a fantasy anymore. Men is not interested because they already have it there, and it's not fair. And then you want to blame like, oh, it's what you wear.
Hold up. We gotta give. Oh, and I gotta
Go
give him
ahead,
my
kid.
good voice. Oh, hold on. I got to read this because this is delicious.
Not
So
delicious.
we have a $4.99 super chat from Made This Cause I Couldn't Send More Money. Shout out to mine, because I know that's you, baby. Young women and older male interactions are transactional to my knowledge. And baby, your knowledge is Poppington. Okay.
But that's the whole point. Both sides are satisfied. I don't understand why we don't see this logically. The young woman who is naive, that we were just saying 15, 20 minutes ago, isn't ready for marriage, wants that purse, wants that car, is building her security, is having her first kids, is putting them through private school. So she needs the support of that man who's gone out, gotten that op card, got some pension, retirement, and can take care of her. So he suits her. That young man who's learning how to become a gentleman needs that older woman who's gone through marriage, who's been hurt, who's gotten over it, to now, in some ways, help groom him into that man that he can become, helping him. Oh, yeah. I think it literally, because let's think about it. Y'all say that a lot of the young men who are looking at these younger women don't see anything valuable in them. So this is why they are dating up. This is why they date older women. This is why there's a whole thing about cougars. And then what are young women not getting? Young women are being married for 35 years and then standing up in front of tonight's conversation saying, I don't know what to do. A young 30-something-year-old brother walk up on you, right? And you give him your number immediately. Because
I'm
what
gonna
if
play
you
that
not
for
got?
y'all. Let me play that
You
for
ain't
y'all
getting.
real quick. Hold on.
That's not true.
There are women. There are
Check
women
out
who have been married for 20 years and said they've never had a real.
Yo, hold on. So check this out.
Oh, you know why they
Check
don't
this
have
out,
the
y'all.
Wait, they don't have the because they don't know the
recently
logic.
divorced from a 34-year marriage.
This is
My
not
question
diabolical.
is, how long should I wait before I
You waited long
start
enough.
to
I know
date?
that's right.
You waited long enough.
Tonight, right now. Okay, are there any takers in the house? Who's available?
This shit is crazy. I'm single.
Take my number down.
Oh, no. What's your number?
It's
All right.
346.
Hey, we got it. Hey.
Wait, check out the back though.
Hey, we can right now. We can go right now. Hey, we can go right now. Oh, he getting a number. What the? Baby, what the? Hold on, hey. Baby, what the? We was locked in. I thought we was locked in. Hell no. Thank you for your question. All right.
Yeah, that's how you do it right there.
All right,
yo.
listen.
Wait, Ace, to your point, you see what coming outside gets you?
Coming
You see what
outside.
coming outside gets you, ladies?
Her point. You see what's coming outside get you. He wanted some camera time.
She was horny.
He wanted some camera time.
Come on, ladies.
The box
Come
is
on,
hot.
ladies.
Okay, he wanted
That's.
some camera time.
I don't care what y'all say. There's a lot of problems with it. There's a
Yeah.
lot of problems.
He should not be up there.
Her
That's
box
not
is
everybody's
hot, like
problem.
kids say.
That's one
Look,
woman.
Stella
She
got her
horny
boobs
and
back.
won't
I'm
show
shouting
it.
out this lady. Look,
We
Stella,
all not the
Stella
same.
did it, so can you, boo.
Heard what I
All
said.
good.
Okay.
Kids, what you say?
In
You
the
heard
word
what I
of,
said.
in the word of Baps, gone girl, get it.
Uma,
Gone girl, get it.
Uma,
Uma?
I didn't hear your voice at all.
But that's the advice. Those are the women that's giving those are the same women that's giving younger women advice on how not to be in relationships.
No, they're not. She can't.
Oh yeah, they are.
No, she's shut your face.
Yeah.
Mingo.
Allah,
Talking to you.
GMT, Allah does not care who tell it. You know that, right? Allah does not care who tell it. It's a
So you
freaking-
tell a lot of it though. You tell a
No,
lot.
you are
So
according to the chat is on Sidekick. I don't know. You might want to go back and scroll because even the fellas.
Because it's grown women talking tonight. But the
now
fellas
it's
is
that?
not. The fellas is with me. They know what I'm saying.
Oma, can you come? Oma, can you come
That old
unmove this
lady,
goalpost, please?
Uma, let Uma, because Uma know what time it is.
Uma
Hold up,
today.
Uma
Okay,
didn't
Uma
even
got the
talk
light.
tonight. Well, if you
Uma got
know
the
Uma
light
didn't
at
talk,
the
Uma
She got
is
the
in a Christmas spirit. She is about to blow y'all out your minds because she's
about
going
to
to
fall
agree with
along
me
with your
for the
ass
first
off.
time. For the first time. What up, Uma?
Okay, Uma.
I
Come
don't
on,
like
Uma.
to let y'all down, but y'all know I be thinking differently. I feel very sorry for women like her that come out of these long marriages and they're single. It's just bad. It's because I work with a lot of these women, right? And they're just mentally messed up. And for them to like get into a relationship again and actually settle down is bad. It's bad because at some point, when you're married, at some point you have to be committed to the marriage. And if you've been with somebody 20, 30 years, you have to be committed in and locked in. You took vows, right? And this is why, like, it's, you know, people, they can make fun of people who date a lot. They call us serial daters and whatever, but we don't go the full length to commitment because we take marriage seriously. I take marriage seriously, right? And I feel bad for her because they're joking around, but she's not joking around. She's serious. And she's out there really thinking this guy took her number and he's going to call her. And we know what he's about to do to her. He's about to dog her, right? He's about to dog walk her and probably take her money too. I don't know. We don't know what's going on. In terms of, there was a lot of things. In terms of younger men, older women, older men, younger women, I don't really think it's transactional. You know, I think most relationships these days, it's just people trying to find people that they can connect with. And we do have older people with younger mindsets, and we do have younger people with older mindsets. Like that's the thing. So you can find like a 20-something-year-old that really likes just staying at home and wants to date a 40-year-old woman who doesn't want to go out and party and stuff. Same way you could find a 60-year-old hanging out with a 30-year-old who wants to go out and party and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The age thing we need to dress away from. But going back to like the big problem with the relationships, oh, gosh, what was the first video? I forgot. I was holding it. I was waiting for a way in. We're going all the way back. My thing is like I feel women are the majority of the problem. And I say that because we're getting more videos on social media of older women coming out and saying, I was too picky when I was younger. I was giving too many good guys a hard time. I was not giving too many good guys a chance. And now I'm here. I'm alone. And I'm in my 50s. I'm in my 60s. And I'm alone. And I wish that I had done a little bit more compromising. I wish I had done a little bit more listening. Right. And that's the problem. I think, especially in America, I think a lot of people are looking for their mate to be 100% of what they want. But if you talk to dating coaches, if you talk to, you know, arranged marriage, you know, people that are arranged people and stuff, they'll tell you the best you can get really and truly in a relationship is 70%. You can get 70% of what you want in a mate. And for whatever reason, people in the world today keep throwing away that 70% for 30%. It's messed up. It's all messed up. So that's why I really was just kind of staying quiet because I really don't know.
But that's the point. That's the point, though, Uma. The 30% is what that young brother. That's really all he's able to offer. She's got 70% of her house paid, 70% of them kids college paid, 70% of security. But she ain't had that wonderful feeling in the bedroom. So that young brother, that young man who walked up on her in the Publix that morning, who can give her that 30% that she's missing, is knocking her back loose.
But
so it's a totally different story now. Now there's conflict.
This is why I say women need to date more. You know, because you and I are both, you know, we're stream hosts, and you've heard people call me a hoe and this and that because I talk openly about how much I date. But I got it out my system. I'm ready to settle down. You understand? Like I'm in a place where I can settle down.
Right.
There's a lot of women that have been playing too goody two shoe for men, and then they get into these long ass marriages, and now they're bored. Now all of a sudden they want to come up and sow their oats, but they look pathetic, right? Like now they look pathetic because they're doing this nonsense in their older years. And it's like if you had just dated when you were younger, right, and gotten that out of your system. And I'm not saying you have to have like a million boyfriends, but you could at least have like 5 or 6 boyfriends before you got married, right? But again, like there's this, it's a patriarchy system that we live in. You know, women are supposed to be pure and demure. That's the new thing now, so demure. We're supposed to be so pure and demure. And then we get into these relationships. Hey, thank you. We get into these relationships and then we're not happy. And then everything goes
I think they need to teach themselves so they
Wait,
can teach
I
their
will-
mates so they can be satisfied.
And I know we got to read these super chats, but I did want to
Oh,
say
super
this.
chat.
Nothing about what that woman presented, said, or did stated that she was looking for a new husband. No, she looked like she was looking for a new backbreak arrangement.
The
I know, but I don't think
30%.
she understands what that is, kid.
But
Like,
The
I think she
30%.
really thinks
that instance, I'm just
We
saying.
know what she's looking for.
we know what she's looking for, but I don't think
and-
she
and- but-
understands what's coming with that.
She gave
Right.
up the 70 for the 30.
And this
Okay.
is the
I don't think
problem.
she cares.
And for those people that are
Right,
gonna watch
right.
this, and for those people that are gonna watch this and say, "Oh well, maybe her husband was whatever he was." After 30 something years, and
Right.
this woman is on tonight's conversation trying to get her back broke. She's the problem. But with that being said, Kit, do me a favor, read these super chats. We got a $4.99 super chat from my guy Mart. Shout out to
That's great.
Wow. My super chat reads, LOL, nah, I disagree with young men needing older women. But maybe I don't know. It was just a sexual thing when I did it.
Exactly. And we got another $9.99, $10. Let's round it up. $10 super chat. My God, what up? What up? What up? Go ahead,
We were
Kid.
gaslit into believing that women matured earlier than men. In reality, they just wanted commitment earlier. They do not mature faster, especially emotionally.
With that one, I feel as if nature causes women to have to mature faster than men. And because of time, right? To me, you ask me, time runs against women's clock when it comes down to making children. So naturally, to nest and to put yourself in a state, a mental state to have children, you got to be mature. Men, we don't think that way, which is why I believe men should be the ones looking to get married earlier when we financially are in the places that we need to be, when we're able to financially support a family, and that's not usually till a man hits 35 to 45. So it makes sense for a man to get married at that age. As a woman, 25, you're at your most fertile, right? So it'll make sense for you to mature earlier because just in case you
But I
got
was about to
knocked
say,
up.
I was like, because like I stated earlier, I was in my 20s. I was ready because I had a kid, and I kept saying, "Why I'm being so overlooked when maturely I am ready? I have a village that support me in the back, like saying, like, hey, you got to be a good example, not only for your child but for yourself too, so I can meet the person I want." But those guys was not ready. You just said 35 to 45. That's when they most stable, and it's pretty much true.
No, and
So-
Rappy said here, you don't gotta be mature to have kids. Yeah, you don't gotta do anything.
You don't, but it
can be
worked for
as
me.
immature-
It
You
worked
can
for
be
me.
as immature as you
I would
want,
like that.
but is it wise for a woman not to mature and have children? Nah, I don't think
So,
bet
so let me ask you this though, bro, because what I'm trying to understand is like if a young brother is getting married early, right? I've always said this analysis that most women can't commit to a man; they can only submit. They'll submit to a man who will commit to taking care and for providing and maintaining, sustaining the lifestyle she wants to live. As long as he stays committed to that, she'll forever be in submission. If for any time that commitment changes, his job changes, COVID happens, then her submission starts to waver. So as a young brother getting married at 21 to 25, what happens when you fall at 30? What happens when you lost that career and now you got to reevaluate and it's your first time really out here in this emotion and in this energy and got to go and talk to Pop and the pastor and the unk and figure out what to do with your life? Is she going to sit with you in that energy in 2024? Because during COVID, we saw a lot of people like not like each other when they had to come home and sit with you all day, every day. So I really, go ahead.
So what was the question? What was the question?
So my question is, when it comes to women as a whole, men as a whole, trying to build these relationships, most men should be more sound, 35 to 45, before they even look to start having children, in my opinion. The 25-year-old men need to be taught how to responsibly have sex and have good sex. So at 35, when they lock that one woman down, she's satisfied in that category. That 30% that these women at 54 out here running and looking for, because they're not getting twirled around and they're not holding on to to shower curtains and stuff, they'll get that now because these brothers are now more experienced. I have a platform with these young ladies, with these women saying these men ain't getting no, they not doing it. They not getting it. They not being pleased. They don't know what they doing. They wasting their time. And they hate to keep running up their body count because the man that is able to please them, the man that would want them, don't want them because she done gave her body to 15 different men who couldn't please them. So it's like it wasn't even worth giving her body away in the first place if she can't even get to where she's trying to get to.
How do you know that number?
Again, I'm just going off of witness accounts from the number of thousands of women that's come through my live on different platforms over the past 4 years.
It's been 15? I've slept with 15. I'm just so ran through. Like that was the conversation.
Nah. So when you take these accounts and you see that some women have had their horse stages the same way some men have, my number is astronomical compared to some men. So if I were to throw my number out there, it'll be an uproar on this
I'm just
panel.
always curious about how.
So there are some women who have slept with a different man every day of the week, who have been with 2 men in one day. So because I've met those type of women and they've been vulnerable enough to come and share their stories, yes, it does exist.
I didn't say that it doesn't exist, but it's wild that you just automatically assume that everybody, maybe because those are the people that you run into. And
I'm not saying it's everybody.
Streets are different, so maybe that's what it is. But we have a super chat that we have to expect. So, thank you.
All right, hold on. I got it, kid. Damn, you don't gotta do it all the time.
Don't be sure you're late and then project. Don't be sure you're late and then project to hell. Anywho, Mont has sent us a $10 super chat. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen women being more emotionally mature than men on average. Being ready for a relationship to me isn't maturity to me.
Oh, I agree. When I say mature, I mean in different ways. I would say when I was I have to look at myself and the women that I was around. And I know this is very anecdotal, right? But most men from where I'm from, New York, that was my age in their late 20s, mid 20s, we didn't have a care in the world. We didn't think about settling down. Whenever they met a woman, though, and that woman got pregnant, her mindset was on, I need to settle down, right? Even though, yeah, she just had random sex, yet still, somewhere in the back of her mind was, I love this man and I want to marry him. I want him to be my husband, for the most part. Are there, buckets out there that don't care about, having babies and just reckless and just dropping them all over the world? 100%. 100%. But for the most part, women that end up having the babies are usually the ones that's like, and there's a reason why. There's a biological reason why. And it just makes sense. So, but do they know what to do to be in these relationships? Do they know how to be mature enough to get and hold on to a man or even find the right man to have a baby with? Nah, because no one's teaching them. So that's where the problem is. You asked me. Hold on 1 second. I got to shout out my homegirl who just came in the chat. Shout outs to Wife School Podcast. Do me a favor, y'all. Please go and subscribe immediately after the show to Wife School Podcast. She has a dope show. Thank you so much. That's the homie, y'all. All right. So with that being said, let's continue with the show. Right. I have another topic. It was sent to me by Riri, but Riri is not on the panel. Riri, if you're watching, I'm gonna get you. But she sent me the topic, so thank you, Riri. Do me a favor and go and subscribe to Riri J. She has a dope channel. She's up to 10,000 subscribers. We need to get that up, though. We need to get her up to roughly, if we can, 40,000 subscribers. So everybody that's with me, go over there. All right, y'all. So let's get this going.
Black men do not want to marry. It says 90%, and you could talk about facts, but I'm going to give you stats, Willie. 90% of black men would never marry. 30% of black women would never be married and have to marry outside their race if they want to get married in general. Family is what creates wealth, not individualistic. And so unless we start to marry together and have two-parent households who have two incomes with families who can commune together, we don't have a community.
So I don't know about y'all, but that woman pisses me off. She pisses me off.
She's making sense.
She's not making sense because her data is wrong.
Okay, I'm not talking about the data. I'm just talking about if black men are not getting married, then black women won't get married unless we date outside of our race, and family builds wealth. That makes sense to me.
That makes sense, right? But if you hear what she's pitching, you have to look at. I look at when people talk as a whole, right? And when you say things exactly, right? As my man Matt said, Candace, don't start. I'm only playing.
Come on.
But I look at what people say as in a whole, and I think people have underlying reasons why they say things. The whole point is they keep trying to make black men look bad. As if black men are not the ones that's out here looking for marriage and relationships. When the real data and statistics shows is that black men are married at a higher rate than our counterpart. Now, if you start judging us to the rest of society, black men are not doing that good, just like black women. So, of course, if we were together, we'll have a better fighting chance of doing better. But let's keep it a buck, though. When you have people that spit out data that's not real, it's for a reason. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Why I
that
can't
makes
stand
sense. That makes sense.
Why I can't stand it.
I agree.
But who wants black men? Let's talk about it.
More than black women.
Here's the thing. Oh boy.
It's their preference.
Now, GMT, I'm going to say this first before I say what I'm going to say. I love you like my fat ass.
Oh no.
It's brownie, okay? And it's
Love you
delicious.
too.
It's a special brownie, so you know it's delicious. So, that being said, I need an extra piece for this. You know firsthand the difficulties of finding men that actually want to date and actually be with women. I can't wait until Sunday when I introduce this very, very interesting topic, if you will. But in today, it's crazy to say when you have a laundry list of women that want to date, but trying to find men that actually want black women and actually be in a committed relationship. Let's not even say want black women. Oh, they want parts of us, but you know, the other parts they kind of take because they kind of come with the package, you know? How is it that we have all of these women who want to be in a relationship and you can't find the men to do the same?
So, go ahead, Six, you got it.
Oh, does he? Sure.
Six about to preach. Shantae, I want to hear
You
from
know, I
Shantae
think
too. I know she got some straight up.
I really feel like the feminist movement has worked against women. Women wanted to stop being under the thumb of men, so they were able to work. They were able to get everything it is that they want. They can do everything better than us. They can learn more than us. They're smarter than us. They can do the job better. All of that, right? So now I put them in a position of so-called only needing a man for the physical. So that has worked in the man's favor. Well, men had to have game, had to have chivalry, had to have etiquette, had to be a gentleman. They no longer have to do that. Men are out here getting away with peacocking taxes, peacocking small sums of money for short periods of time or large sums of money for short periods of time. And they are tricking so-called more mature women out of all kind of stuff, cars, houses, time, body. So I think what's happening is these women who are so far over there on that dating pool have basically just put themselves in a position of not being able to be kept. Most men don't want to keep a woman because it's expensive and there's really no benefit. Where
I live longer when y'all get married. No? Y'all don't.
You say what now?
I thought y'all lived longer when y'all had a person that actually loved you and did
That's
all
when
the
y'all actually loved us. But when
but
we're being
that's
stressed
still
out, and when you're not happy at home, and 80% of women are divorcing their men, 80% of women are taking their kids and are making it hard for men to see them. I mean, the
they're just
divorce rate
doing that
speaks
out
for
of the
itself.
so they're
The
just doing that
divorce
out
rate
of the
speaks for itself. I'm
I
not
don't give
saying
a
they
fuck
are,
what those rates
but
do. If
the
are we
divorce
saying
rate
that
speaks
they
to
grab the
women
kids
giving up.
for a reason?
I
Yeah,
think
but I
it
can't hear him,
varies.
kid.
Kid,
I did
the
hear him. I'm
divorce
trying to
It's
figure
rate,
it out.
all on women.
I'm
date,
just trying to figure it out. Like, so
the
the kids, so they
divorce
nothing
rate
left for the
speaks
kids
to
for no reason.
women walking away.
Blockchain, I'm gonna read this just now. Hold on.
Period.
I disagree.
It's that simple.
Go ahead, Shantae.
This doesn't make
Go
any
ahead.
sense to me.
How you
I
feel, Shantae?
disagree. I
Unless
think it's most definitely on both sides of the field. It's not just all women. Women, we're looking to be married, and so are men. So it should be even. It shouldn't just be all women not liking this and doing this and being that. Each person is different per relationship, but I guess people are going to speak based off of their experience, and that's all they have to go by, or statistics. But I don't think it's all women's fault for getting divorced or acting a type of way. We have to act a type of way because something happened to us. You're going to get an
Not
action based off a
necessarily.
reaction. Like,
Not
women
necessarily,
are not just
Shantae.
going to jump off the ledge and just act crazy all the time.
All
That
the time, no.
stereotype has to go.
I
That
thought women were the
stereotype.
more emotional creatures, so that would speak to that. But okay.
I didn't hear you.
And
They say women are the more emotional creatures. So when
Who
you
says
speak
that though?
about
Who
women
says
jumping,
that? Because that's not a true
Who's
statement. Who says
they?
that?
the same person that said y'all mature faster than we do. A lot of these tropes and this stuff
Why
that we
does
was
it?
taught as kids that really grows to show itself inaccurate.
This is why we have issues now, because it's always us versus y'all. If we
Exactly.
would actually work together and stop blaming each other, we would
Exactly.
actually have a real relationship, chemistry,
Exactly.
connection,
But if we
communication.
think about it, if we really think about it, Shantae, it's sassy and zesty for a group of men to be sitting up having conversations about women. So we don't get to do this. If it's not panels like this, where men are actually asked their opinion on topics like this, it's sassy and zesty for a man to be sitting up complaining about what women do. So
It's
we
not.
don't get to do this. But this is what women do often. As you
It's
can
not.
see, the majority of these conversations are held by women. Table talks. It's what women do.
Well, then
Gossip.
a man should be a man and rise up and talk.
Heard.
A woman will listen. The
Heard.
right woman will listen.
Heard.
But so
I feel like on
so
Sundays it's a man's panel, right? And we do this on men's Sundays too. Like,
no,
no,
it's not. Listen, y'all,
okay.
you
Oh,
talk more than anyone
GMT,
else on the side.
GMT. You gonna let us have our Tuesday. You gonna let us female dog about it when men try to take it over. That's what you're gonna let
Thank
us
you,
do on
Candace. Stop
Tuesday.
that.
Sunday you
Stop
can
that
have
too.
it all back.
I just be confused
My
with
bad.
shit. The
bad.
goalposts move
All
so
right.
damn much. I need to get my good sneakers.
Give me the super chat, kid.
Full stop foundation.
I gotta go get.
Hold on. We got
I'm just trying to get to
a
the goal.
$9.99 super chat from my You gotta get.
It's my turn. Blockchain Beeman gives us with a $10 super chat. Black men have no problem getting married. Black women do. The idea of marriage being the gateway to wealth has never been championed by people that are actually wealthy. Just speculation of the unwealthy. So basically, you poor motherfucker, stop asking about some shit y'all don't know nothing about.
Yo, you stupid. So we got another super chat from my girl Shamika. Thank you so much. And this is her first time super chatting on this channel. So thank you so much. Hey, kid, you got it.
Yeah, I agree.
We were once strong and united, and the system broke down our black men by targeting them, and that left a lot of broken families and single black women. It was made this way so we can be divided.
Oh, that's good. It's a gut check if people actually listen.
But it's
And
never
we
at
got
the
it. We
forefront.
got another $4.99 super chat from
Y'all keep sending those super chats because I love it here.
Okay.
No. Let's get it.
Let's get the likes up. My man said we got 18 likes. Let's get the likes up, y'all.
Come on.
All right, you got it.
So, Blockchain Beeman sends us a $5 super chat. A common tactic of women is to conflate blaming them with holding them accountable the way 6'6" just did Stacy.
So here's the thing. I don't like the men versus women panels at all. Like, this is not what this is about. What I'm trying to do here is lay down an issue, right? And come to a solution. So if we can look at a problem and say there's a problem, how do we fix it? The way I believe that we could fix these issues we have between men and women is to say, okay, if Black men are married at a higher rate, and we all know that Black men, their first choice usually is a Black woman. It isn't until those men feel like they're being overlooked to where they start to date and go outside of their race. So on to Six's point, I'm with him with that, right? Where I feel as if we could start to look at our standards and say, okay, what really matters in the dating market? Is it actually being together, or is it actual unreachable fantasies and dreams that we have? That's where I'm at with this.
Like
I don't know where y'all at.
Everything that's ever gonna be a solution. Solution.
Huh? Say that again?
I wanted that.
Who said
what
that?
Ashley said in the chat. Ashley, she said in the chat, do you ever think is ever going to be a solution to anything?
I do.
For men to be satisfied, women to be satisfied. Is there a solution?
When there's mature men and women, when there's mature men and women having the conversation, but when you have a mixture of maturity and immaturity, people being subjective as opposed to objective, people looking to support their own narrative that they're comfortable in, you will never have it, because the goal is not growth. The goal is, I want to be right, and I want to prove my rightness by having confirmation bias, and I'm going to talk about it to the heels very strongly, no matter what, as opposed to being introspective of ourselves, both men and women, and evaluating who we are as people before we add to someone else's life.
You know, you can't stop, damn it. Jesus,
Compromising.
You louder than my damn horns.
I want to make sure that everybody hear it.
I hear that. Yo, no, because in reality, that's what we need, right? We need to figure out how we could get mature men and mature women together. There's always going to be, and no matter what nationality you go to, it's immature people and it's mature people. The problem is why is it in other races they have higher togetherness than us?
I mean,
right? We have to really ask ourselves.
They're not scared to feel. They're not scared to feel. They're not scared.
Real quick, and me personally, I don't, and I get what Shamika was saying, what the design was.
Yes.
But we're looking at over 50 years now, right? That design, it does trickle down. I know your argument. I know your argument on this one, Ken. It does trickle down. I know where you're gonna go with this, right? To say, you're about to say, you know, these things have lasting effects. That's what you're about to say, right?
More so, it would go into a completely different conversation and saying that we were bred from back in slavery days that if they could not keep us from being in control of them, they try and divide us. So we were bred like this. It just has become.
But in slavery we was together more.
That's the visual portion of it. But in slavery, you saw different things happening between us. So as things grow, the continuation of people trying to control our race, the introduction of different things to. What am I trying to say? The introduction of different things to divide us come into play, and we bite on it because it appeals to the part of us that's broken and want the confirmation bias. So if we go back to the root of things, we have to be rooted and understand that as individuals, we were created, but the system is against us. And if they can't turn us for them, they would rather turn us against us and fight each other from the inside out.
I could get with that. Hold on, we got a $2 super chat from my guy Hate the Basement. Shout outs to you. My guy is in the building. haven't seen you in a long time, but I hope you're married.
No.
A prime example of a man that put his best foot forward and got married to beautiful women. Shout out
In
to
August.
my guy,
Yes.
Nick the Basement. He says good evening to my brother GMT and the panelists. Hey, Kit. And we got a $2 super chat from my guy Blockchain. He says, my bad the way he did Shantae. I'm guessing when you
From earlier.
when you missed
He
that
didn't do me no
yeah.
way though. Blockchain. He ain't do me no way. He was just voicing his opinion. So
I agree with what she said.
I wanted to say this though. Even if we come, like, let's say that we go and we realize that we had that in our past. Like, if you want to take it, we can really go from slavery and come to now and see where our men were always ripped away from us to some
the
degree.
women.
You know what I'm saying? From the women. When we had, WIC and welfare and all those other things, men weren't allowed to be in the home because the government was taking care of the family. So if you could have a man in the home, then you didn't need the financial help, even though the financial help was needed to help to sustain the family. So it was a very cyclical thing that's happened. Let's break away from that, right? The real issue is that people will not be vulnerable enough to say, you know what, I need help in figuring out, past hurt, past transgressions, past issues, so that I can be a full person to a person. How do we expect for people to be people to people and they can't even people themselves? You know what I'm saying? No one is sitting here taking a level of accountability that is necessary to say, you know what, yeah, I'm kind of fucked up a little bit, but I'm lovable. So let's figure out how to get more to the love parts and the genuine better parts of me versus the parts that, I've held on to, whether it's been for a defensive mechanism, whether it's been for, a security safety blanket, whether it's just been, something that you've kind of allowed to become a part of you. And that's just like anything that is taught can be, untaught. You feel what I'm saying? We've seen atheists love Jesus and we've seen vice versa. Anything can happen, but it's all about the level of accountability, the level of vulnerability, and most importantly, the want. Most people, they think that they want something until it's time to actually put the work in it. Motivation dies well after discipline. Nobody is disciplined around here. There's not enough ding-a-ling discipline. There's not enough coochie-nada discipline. There's not enough mental fortitude discipline. The crab legs, the crackety stack. What am I saying here? What's happening? I mean, I'm trying to not.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are you saying?
So you still lost. Okay, there's not enough coochie discipline. The in between.
That makes sense.
The coochie-nada. Okay, I was trying to. It's a family show.
It's a family show.
You tell me to be a family woman. I try to be a family woman. And then he out here with the question marks. What happened? Come on, work with me. So again, not enough discipline across the board. Once people become disciplined in their disciplines, as far as getting to know who they are now and getting to make that person better, getting the help that they need so that they're not carrying baggage into a luggage situation. You understand what I'm saying? And I say that again.
So, okay, and I get what I never seen this young fella in the chat before, but shout out to you for being here.
Or Damage.
Damage is Damage. Got to be Damage. I've never seen him in the chat before, but shout out to you because I'm not with the slavery talk either. I don't really like talking about it because I feel as if we are way past that, right? We are way past all of that. My whole thing now is, what are we doing today to fix the problem? How are we going to get us married? We keep going back to Jim Crow, slavery, when in those times we were married. In 1940, blacks were married at a higher rate than our white counterparts.
Because it was about security.
It was about
whatever. So guess what? It should still be about that. Yeah. But the problem, it should still be about that.
It was about a gateway to security.
I need you and you need me, right? It should still be that way.
Right.
But now women haven't been made to feel secure by men, though.
But what is
That's
it?
what you think it is? That's what you
That's what.
think it is.
See,
I
this
feel
is
like
where
on
I'm
both sides,
confused with
though.
that narrative.
I
This is
feel
where I'm
like on
confused
both
with that
sides.
narrative, GMT. If women are already secure in self, right? I don't need a man. Then how does any grown adult that you've chosen, that you've vetted, that you've allowed into your life, how did he come in your life and do anything other than help? It don't make sense. Because you was already together. You already had it. You was already doing it because you didn't need no man. So if he came in and took over 1,500 of the rent, 200 of the car note, helped the kids get dressed for school, picked them up once every twice a week, that's all help. So I don't understand why these women who so-called have it together don't need a man, can have a sufficient man that she again vets, chooses, and then turn around and say he ain't this.
I go
Wow.
cook for him too.
But you should want to be wanted, if anything. Shout out the blockchain because he definitely said this on Sunday, and I definitely agree with this. Need means that someone has to now be dependent upon you in a different kind of way. But to want you and to want you to be in my circle, to want to get up and make that breakfast versus feeling obligated because you take care of me is a completely different energy. A woman who wants to get up and scramble an egg for a dude and throw some turkey and some bread on it, they're doing that because they want to do that for you.
That's it.
But
So
it's a
that's what we
different
need, though.
You know what? What do I know? I'm just a cootie having.
No,
Some eggs, they get a little
listen,
bacon.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you, kid.
Oh, okay,
once in
good
your
job.
life. But what I'm saying is this, right?
Oh, let you put that cap on 6 foot.
I'll go get my blue cap too. What I'm trying to do?
I got what you
what
got
I'm
on
trying
your
to
cap.
do.
So I mean, what we trying to do?
Come on, kid.
Don't do it, kid.
Ladies,
what
you
I'm
need to
trying
get
to
defined as
do.
a color, so we put on our caps.
Listen, what I'm trying to do is trying to figure out how we do this. I understand. And even
we
Afro Latino,
mature, right?
hold on, even Afro Latino said here, we have only 50 years out of Jim Crow. Listen, my mama is over 50 and she was not living in Jim Crow era. Right? So I don't know what that even means. But even with that being said, y'all have the right to, y'all could choose to say, oh, you know what? Let me find a man that fits me. Let me find a woman that fits me. I'm not putting this on the women only. Men need to do the same shit. We need to find a woman that fits us. Stop looking for these models or whatever that's out there that can't really do nothing for you.
Right.
If you see this woman's mentality is all about designer bags, why are you messing with her? You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm at. Why are we not choosing the women that fits us, and why are women not choosing the men that fit them? We all know it's going to be bullshit people on both sides, men and women alike. Right? Yes, Uma, you got it.
I think because we're all in America, we're talking about American terms, right? And the majority of the problem is that mostly people over here date for attraction. So you guys put a lot of emphasis on attraction and looks and sexuality and things of that nature, whereas the rest of the world, like I said, like when I said earlier, when people reach a certain, like if you hit like 20, 30 years in a marriage, you kind of like settle in. You're like, all right, we go together. You know what I'm saying? And you rarely hear other people, other cultures talking about, well, he just don't do it for me anymore, or he's not romantic or stuff like that, because they understand that they traded that in for other things that new couples don't have, such as stability, loyalty, right? Doing errands together, like building a life together, creating a secondary income, real estate, like they're doing other things. So it's like but it's not like, I can't say it's Americans' fault. It's the social media over here. It's the Hollywood. It's just all of this perception of this is such an important thing, but there's more important things in a relationship than just passion and sex and attraction. And that's why I keep saying, until people can understand that there's more. You remember when we had that one discussion a while back, and you asked me, Uma, if you were married to a guy and he got in an accident and he can't walk anymore. Remember that? And I said, I would stay. Like, he's my husband and I've committed to this. I've said yes. I made the vow. So I'm going to stay through thick or thin, through good or bad. That's what a marriage is, right? So that's where my understanding is now. But the thing is that I feel a lot of people over here are just focusing on attraction. And until we change that, we're not going to have long-term committed relationships.
Shout out to you because I said that Sunday.
There we go,
Why
kid.
did you say that on
Matthew,
Sunday?
I can cook, sir.
Good
Go back
word,
and
Oma.
watch it. I absolutely said, Candace, I think you were in the chat. I absolutely said on Sunday that because it was something we were talking about, and I was like, the problem is that people are always looking as far as how everyone looks and not who someone is, and that y'all are, as men, y'all are choose basically. And I said something about the fact, and there was another episode too where most men go and get carbon copies of each other's women. That's how come you have so many Kardashian lookalikes. That's why that are all
That's
dating.
not real, kid. I'm sorry. That's celebrities, yo.
You know what?
Kid, it's celebrities, man.
It's 10:30. Can we get to your kid? I'm sick of you.
We're about to get to your kid. Cause you're talking about celebrities. Most men are not out here getting these carbon copies.
I'm not talking. I was using that for an example. What I mean by that is that when it comes down to aesthetic, right? Even the women who aren't the Kim K's are going to have the Kim K surgery so that they can look the part of what we're being shown is the most desirable look for a woman to have in order to garner certain kinds of men, based on what Uma is saying. If we are all about attraction and it is big, you're looking crazy because you have a whole wife of 14 years who probably crack you upside your head if you look anybody else any type of extra way. I'm telling you, this is about a different level of thing. And when we really look at it, you think that all of these Kim K BBLs just exist out of the thin air? Or is it that they
Can I respond?
Are with and they try to look like them? But you know what?
Can I respond? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do you know.
Respond.
Hey, bring your ass back on camera. Let's have this conversation.
Yo,
Come back on camera. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yo, I want to respond to her really quick. You got it, though, 6. What you're saying, I understand in your way of saying it, but it still doesn't make any sense if men are on average telling y'all not to get these surgeries. Y'all are doing it for yourselves. Y'all are not doing it for your men because we are telling you we don't like it and you do it regardless to what we say because you want a certain type of man. You don't want the man that's in front of you. You want the man that looks at shit like that. Like
I think women are doing the surgeries to compete with other women. That's what I think.
Thank you, Uma.
Yeah, that's what I don't think they're doing it for the men. I do think that they're doing it in competition
To compete with these other women. Thank you. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Thank you.
I think the women are doing it for men.
Oh my Jesus. Let's think about this though.
A certain type
I'm
of
going
man.
to get my ass done, Oma, and you're getting your ass done. What in competition do I have with you outside of going to get this man?
Okay,
it's the man, not the other woman.
Because let's say you and me want 6, and I got a big butt, and 6 is loving on me, not for the big butt. He's just loving on me. There's a lot of superficial women out here that's like, oh, he loving on her because she got that big butt. Let me just go ahead and get that big butt, and then he gonna love on me too. Not understanding
It ain't that serious.
it's them. There's a lot of women that are in competition with a lot of women because men don't need us wearing makeup. Let's be real, guys. Men don't need us wearing makeup. They don't need the fake hair and the fake nails and the fake boobs and all of that.
Can I tell you I did a test on that, Oma? And let me tell you something. And you can even go to my Facebook. I did it a couple of years ago. You can run it back. I did a test and I posted several pictures of women. And I polled the men. And I legit asked the men, tell me which women have on no makeup. If you only knew how badly they failed, it's not about they have an issue with makeup. It's about the conglomerate of people who put it on. And
I think, but you're missing my point, Kit, because it's not that I'm not saying it's what I'm saying is like, okay, a woman who thinks I want to get this big butt for a man, it's the thinking that is wrong. That's what I'm saying, because in her head, she really believes that. She really believes if I get a big butt, I'm going to attract this guy. What I'm trying to say is guys are attracting to women based on what's on the inside. They may attract to a woman physically for a short time, but for a long time, they need substance.
Omar, how many
I'm
times?
confused though. I'm
Talking about
confused because
a long time.
just a minute ago, it was that women aren't doing it for men; they're doing it to compete with other women, and then now it's to compete with other men. I'm confused. I mean, to
Well,
compete with.
let me explain it to you. When a woman is toxic within her mindset, she's only going to see everything as a competition. So if she wants to attract a guy, she's going to think like that,
You're
thinking that if
missing
I
my
got a
point.
big
You're
butt,
missing my point.
well, you're missing mine too. So
No, but that's I'm trying to get your point because first you said one thing and then you said a contradicting thing. So I'm trying to see which one we're
it's not
talking about.
contradicting, but okay, Candace. It's not contradicting, but okay.
I will
If
say
no one
this,
understands what I'm saying, I understand.
Nah, I
It's okay.
get you, Omar. I get you,
Thank
Omar.
you,
So,
Kim. Thank you.
I'm sure your 6 foot constituent got you, girl. Like even if
Omar,
you,
Omar, we've had too many conversations on this other platform,
I
Omar.
I
And
know,
it's
but
I know
it's
that's right, the
crazy.
wife.
you
It's
know
crazy
how
how
it
many
goes.
women. It's crazy how many women have said that they don't put on makeup for men. When we sit up here and say, "Y'all need to stop doing this, stop doing that, stop," the first thing a woman will come in the box and they will say is, "We don't do it for y'all. We do it for us." So then that BBL is for you, the hair is for you, the makeup is for you, everything that you spend is for you. It's for your whatever you got going on with self, whether you competing with that magazine, that girl that's in your group, that girl that you wanted to be all whatever. That's you. But I, as a man, don't care about none of it. And what's so
as soon as
weird
I
is
see men
if we
People
dating,
just
felt it
take
filled up
if
the
we just
fantasy. It failed to
if we
fill up the fantasy. Well, it used to be for a man, but now it's for them.
Yeah.
They really felt that
Tia,
because I wear
think
my
about this,
lipstick.
Tia.
I also wear for for
as
events and
soon
stuff.
as I
Tia,
see
do
The
you
man
remember
who
the
does
episode?
no
Do you remember
makeup,
the episode
plain
on
ass
Fresh
women
Prince
that
when
y'all talk
Tisha
about
Campbell came on
out
and they got
here
stuck in that
are so
basement and she
damn.
started
It is
popping off
absolutely
nails
nothing
and
for
she
you all
took
to
off
talk
her
about.
hair
And
and then Will
anything that
Smith
you
looked at
can't
her
keep
and was like,
talking
"Oh my
about my
God, like
things,
what?
I do
Who
believe
are
I'm
Kit,
gonna
what are
you?
you doing, Kit?
like what are we
Kid, what
doing?
is going on up there, Kid? Are you
You talk
okay?
to a lot of
Like who
guys,
are you
they do
talking
not
to?
like fake butts.
Like
They
what
do
are we
not
doing
like
here?
fake boobs. They say
So
it's
confused.
weird. They don't like it. They don't like that nonsense.
As soon as I see as soon as I see these men dating these plain ass, no wake up, no ass having women that they claim that they love so much, I promise you I will change every tune that I have. But
Okay,
until I see it, I can't believe it. I'm not buying it, and it's
oh my
bullshit.
God.
And that's what I
I've
say.
done, and that
Oh,
woman on
period.
average, that woman on
He left the
average,
building.
that Kit, bring your ass back.
We can
That
agree
woman
to
on
disagree,
But
average.
Ken. We
I
can
really
agree to
do
Wait,
disagree.
believe
hold on.
women have
We're
failed to
about to
fulfill
go into we're
fantasy.
about to
I
go
had,
into your Kit.
listen, I had a woman look
Go
at my
ahead, Tia.
Instagram and she was
Okay.
like, "You fulfill a lot of fantasies. Like you have this that working out, being natural, putting on makeup. Like I have no makeup on my face, so I learned how to enhance my beauty the best way I know how that makes me feel comfortable. And I have full makeup, but it's for photo shoots and stuff or for weddings. But I can tell when women have that stuff so caked up, and men be grinning and smiling in their face buying the most drinks, but she's an airhead.
I'm a
It's a
makeup
big
artist.
percentage of that.
Anybody can
So
go to Home Depot.
so
I know.
They
so
would act a certain way.
yo man, let me just say this, please. Please. Don't Candace, you're a natural woman. Your man, doesn't he love you the way you look right now?
He loves me just the way I look.
Okay. Even Kit. Yeah, you Kit.
Even Kit. I can't.
When you have a man and he's laying next to you, does he tell you he loves you the way you look? Right now, natural, no makeup on?
I mean, my face card don't decline, baby. It's me.
Come on now.
And okay, that's it. Yes, no freaking no.
Oh, I get where you're
Please.
going. I get where you're going. Let me tell you this.
Yeah,
But let me
let me go. Let me go there. Let me go there.
Oh Lord, go ahead and cook whatever sizzling spam you want in this pan. Go ahead and get it together.
so yeah, so let's say I'm next to my man and
Y'all
he
won't let
tells
this
me he
man
loves me.
land
The
his
thing
plane
about
for
it is
nothing,
that
bro. It's crazy.
my dude does not pay attention to, he doesn't like pictures, he doesn't do the things that makes me think he likes those other people or those other shapes or whatever the case may be. So I can trust his word and what he's saying to me because he's not giving any other actions to show anything differently. Now there are some that will lay next to their woman and tell them, "Baby, I like you just the way you are. You ain't," but they like in pictures. They looking, their heads are turning.
So let me explain this to y'all. Let me land this one, right? Because you are right. Men can like a picture because we look at things, right? But doesn't mean that that's who we want to be with. Men can look
Are
at
you
a BBL
serious?
and not want to.
No, y'all be all up in
Listen to
the
what. Listen to what.
inboxes.
Listen to what.
Are
Oh
you
my goodness.
serious?
This is crazy. It's the fact that
Listen,
he
this
can't
is
even
wild.
finish a sentence, yo.
What I'm trying to say is yeah, men will be in those
Wait.
inboxes. Hold on. Where can this go?
Mingo,
Men
go
would
ahead.
be in those women's inboxes. You are right. Men would 100% holler at those women with the makeup on and all that in the streets. 100% right. Men would clap a lot of stuff that will allow it to clap. But look at who's getting married on average. It's usually, as my homegirl Jasmine said, it's those natural baddies, right? The natural phase. It's the women that don't have to do too much for attention. Those are the ones that get married on average. And no, I'm not capping because I'm a man that can tell you I have a married woman and my woman is more beautiful when she's natural. And I tell her that all the time. And I'm not just anecdotally speaking. I'm looking at all these married women that y'all like, oh, how she look like that? And she's married. And I'm a baddie and I'm not. That happens all over the internet. The ones with the makeup faces are the ones complaining about not being married. But they're saying, look at the ones that's married are the natural women. Why y'all not taking cues from them?
Because they get
I'm
cheated
not capping on this one.
So they get
Call it what you
cheated
want.
on.
That's a whole nother
Call it what
topic.
you want.
Exactly.
Y'all always go back there. We're going to move on to Yo Kid.
Right, now we want to move on because I said something that's true. No worries. I got
You
you.
said some trickery, some witchery, some all of that.
Foolery.
Listen,
some truthery.
All the reasons.
Tomfoolery,
Yo.
all of that.
Only
But yo,
fool on
so
here. I'm trying to tell
Kid,
you know what, whatever.
so Kid, here's the thing. I can't play the song for
It's
the Yo
okay.
Kid intro. I gotta change it because I got a copyright strike. The last
wait,
time.
I got, you know
I got
what?
a copyright strike.
Safi said she was going to shout out to Safi because she's in the audience.
So
I'm about to say, I'm gonna see if Safi will let me get a clip. Because I'm loved everywhere. So she might do that.
Yo, Kit, go ahead and do your segment, girl.
Ooh, child, y'all are stressful today. But anywho, Yo Kid, would you be offended? So my friend installed interior cameras in my house, which I'm very thankful for. However, he made himself a family member, which allows him to also watch my cameras. Now, I didn't find that out until today when I looked at my activity. He never mentioned it. Thoughts on this? Now, honestly, I don't mind because I have no one coming over. What I mind is him not mentioning it. What do you think? Also, they are not in my bedrooms or bathrooms, only at my front and back doors, my garage, and my common areas, like the living room and kitchen. I just feel like that's a way to see who's coming in and out of my house, or am I tripping?
Depends.
So,
How long has the friendship been?
I didn't get that in. I should have asked, but they didn't.
So if it was a very, 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 very good friendship, it could just be security. Like if she didn't have any other that many men around in her circle, it could just be that. But it could also be if she's thinking the fact that I wonder if it's to see who I got coming in and out. Why would there be a need? Like why would she be thinking that about him? Like, are they on a different level and she wants to keep that information to herself or not? So it depends on certain circumstances.
I don't know. To me, okay, so I'm all about security and I'm all about safety, right? But I am also all about transparency. I'm a very transparent person,
Understood.
right?
Mhm.
Like I'm transparent to a fault. Like I'll tell on myself before I let anyone else tell on me because my theory is what you're gonna do, beat me up. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be the one telling my own story versus someone else. So I just feel like the lack of transparency is the problem for me because for one, even if you're just my male friend, friendships are funny that way, right? And GMT, we were talking about this because just because you're my friend doesn't mean that I'm your friend, right? So we don't know the level of how he may feel about her, if he has any hidden romantic anything, even if they're just friends. If it was just as simple as I want to keep you safe, or I'm going to make sure, why not run that past?
Yes.
Hey, I'm setting the system up. I know it's super new to you. I know you're here by yourself. Do you mind if I'm a person on here, just in case anything happens, I can look? Because it just seems super intrusive and super invasive without my knowledge. And especially if that's just something that, now let's say it was an accident. Let's say he's setting it up. He had to set himself up a thing to test everything, never took it off, right? Okay, we can even play that devil's advocate. But to do that and not to say, hey, I'm putting my information in the system, I need to test a couple of things. Again, maybe that's just my level of transparency, but it would be a problem for me, because who's to say I want you to know who's coming in and out of my home, even if I really don't have many people doing that? We're not romantically involved, and you didn't give me the leeway and the headway to say, oh, okay, this is an okay thing. To me, it's an invasion of privacy. It's borderline criminal. And I think the fact that it's her friend, she's more lax with it, because if this was any company, it would be a problem.
Yo, I'm listening. I'm watching. I'm watching what Matt said. I'm watching what Matt said about Sean.
And I went like this.
I know that's right, sis.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Right here for you. My tax on this side, the girl.
So,
So I'm a little
anyone else
confused,
got
Joe. Like,
feedback to that?
That's a big problem. That's
What you
crazy.
think? Oh, go ahead, Uma. You got it.
Nah, it's just
That's a big problem. I mean, that's a complete violation of privacy and space.
he don't pay bills there. So he got no right to any part of that property. That's just a big violation. And the fact that he didn't say anything to her, that's even scarier. I would actually tell her to watch herself concerning that person.
so this is the stuff that a lot of women need to be kind of cognizant of, brother. Like I was in Florida in 2022 working. I literally ran an agency, and when you learn your competition about the rings and all these different smaller companies who just sell surveillance, you have to tell a lot of these mothers who have kids who don't feel secure in their house that you don't have security, you have surveillance, and what it is basically somebody watching you. And with a lot of those ones that aren't done by Vivint or ADT, they are hackable. So literally, I mean, Ring had a whole situation where they had to pay these people because people were hacking into these accounts easily, and they don't even know you. So the fact that a friend is setting it up for you, he probably did put his information down. He does have access to it. So him not telling you is a violation, because he's setting it up all knowing what he's doing, knowing that he has to put his information in there. And he didn't call you at that time to say, hey, this is the point where technically I need to hand this over to you. You need to now take it from here. I've set it up until this point. Now the security portion of it is yours. I don't think she should trust that man to be secure around that man at all.
He might have even volunteered himself for it.
Even
That's
weirder.
Like being
Stalker.
like I'm super, like, anyone who knows me, I mean, whether we agree, disagree, right, wrong, or indifferent, I am a girl's girl. I am always going to look out and make sure that the betterment of women is first and foremost. And the way that the way that that particular situation went down, as I was reading it and just kind of, and here's something that, and women, I really want to angle this home, like, and this is something that's super super important, and so I hope that you all heed what I'm saying. We have to stop making excuses for comfortability, right? And the reason I say that is this, right? What she said was, keep in mind, they are not in my bedrooms or bathrooms, only at my front and back doors, my garage, and my common areas like the living room and kitchen. Baby, that's the whole house.
Yeah.
That's the whole house. Just because he's not in your bedroom and in your bathroom, if you anything like me, you are, al natural walking from your room to your kitchen, okay? Because who needs a robe to go get a glass or some
Nobody.
champagne, okay?
Nobody.
Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So again, when you think about things like that, we have a very bad habit of trying to make ourselves comfortable about something when we really shouldn't be comfortable at all. The fact that she's even second guessing it because the cameras aren't in certain areas is a problem, because we sit there and do that and it can be a detriment to us. That's one of those red flags that you'll hear about when you're watching one of those shows and they'll be like, he was just such a really good friend, and there was never any, I never noticed anything, that would make me think that he would be this kind of
I was
person.
thinking that.
And then all of a sudden it plays out where I happen to notice that I felt like, you know, my company, like, or whatever the case is, or how did he know? Or he sent me a message and was like, I see someone's been to your home. How did I know? It just kind of reads out like that. You feel what I'm saying?
But don't they say like the majority of essays and stuff like that happen by people you know?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I was thinking when you were telling that story. I was like, oh gosh, I feel
So that's
kind of
why
I feel violated.
So yes, go ahead, GMT.
I was gonna say, just to kind of round it up, take them cameras down, girl. Take them cameras down. If you are listening, whoever sent this letter to Kit,
Please.
take them letters down immediately.
Initials,
Because
NDA.
shouldn't nobody have access
And I would
to
get the
your
house
house
key. I would
if
get the
you
house key.
didn't grant it? Right.
But
So I
that's the
wanted to round that
problem.
up.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
you can
problem.
close it out, Kit.
That's just the problem with our nature as women, right? We want to make the thing okay. And he didn't mean anything by it. Oh, this has been my friend forever.
Yeah, why do we do that though? We always do that.
And that's look, I told you, I am a girl's girl. My first
Shante said, not
suggestion.
me.
Look, I know that. Shantae like shit with a
Not
shoulder
for
out.
me,
Like,
Shantae, but let me tell you, for the longest time I did that until I hit my 40s and I just stopped giving a. But for the longest time I was like, I just wanted to please everybody. And I think that's just the way women are raised, to like be demure and docile and please everyone.
But this
I get
here's
that.
the
Not
thing.
Kit.
There's a level,
Not
right?
Kit.
Because there's a level of docile that'll get you favor, and then there's a level of docile that will end you up in a box or urn. So
Okay.
we have to understand that when it comes to our safety and security, and you live
Yeah.
alone in this house, and you let this man put cameras in, and you didn't realize that he had access to your cameras.
Super.
We have to stop wanting to have our friendships or these things so badly that we're willing to almost put ourselves in harm's
In
way, or
danger.
potential harm's way, and potential danger, for the likelihood of not ruffling feathers.
That's true.
Right.
Sweetheart, for me and the panel, please, please, please get your house
Take
swept.
them damn cameras down.
Cameras,
There we go.
and know that your life and safety are well worth more than the cameras and that particular setup. And if he's a real friend, he would be feeling the way and not trying to. Hopefully, he doesn't try to gaslight you. And I hope that you actually address it to him, because it needs to be addressed.
Here we go. Boom. So, okay. Oh, you want to say something?
Just for the ladies, yo, cameras are not security; they are surveillance. There are too many people out of the country watching their daughters tied up in the middle of the living room, and they got to now try to call the right police department to try to get help to their family. Stop with the cameras. Make phone calls about real security, bro, and have somebody come talk to you about it. Because if you feel safe off cameras, you really have no understanding of what true security really
What
is.
security actually is, by yourself or get. But with that being said, y'all, I see we got somebody new in it. Yeah, man. So this show, this is my first time seeing him in the building. Shout out to you. This show is Grown Women Talking Tonight every Tuesday night at 9. So we let the ladies yell at us, and it's okay. I'll deal with it. But with that being said, y'all, this was a good show. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. We got a lot of great content here. I know you are, my guy. I know you just kidding. But do me a favor and subscribe. It's good seeing you over here. Also, make sure y'all are staying tuned for Meet to Marry. As you can see on the hat, we got a lot going on as well. We got a $4.99 super chat from my guy Mont. I'm so used to seeing Martin Deja now. This is kind of driving me crazy.
Right. Go
this.
back to your regular profile. We know that they reset your coins. Y'all ain't out here battling like that was on.
They reset the coins.
They reset the tab.
I like that though.
Word. You know what I'm saying? So hold up. We got to do it. So
I'll read it even though he's talking about me. I don't care, Mont, and you know that. Mont said, "Girl to me means simp for other women." It's a very immature saying that I don't think women understand. It's kind of like saying, you know, I'm a guy's guy, and I don't think y'all stay simple for each other. So maybe. I heard the horns first. The horns matter. I heard the horns first. Sorry.
I did too.
All right, y'all. So this was a great show. Thank y'all so much for joining in. As I was saying, stay tuned for more. We got Meet to Marry coming soon. Stay tuned for my Grown Men Trash Talk on Friday and Sunday, Open Conversation. And please subscribe. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. I am trying to get there very soon because we got a lot to offer over here. So with that being said, y'all, please stay tuned. Much love, much respect. Thank you so much for joining the show. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Make you wanna stay.